My name is Claire, and my mother-in-law hates me. When I started dating her son, Jacob, I was a little surprised someone from a rich family liked me so much. I always worried I wouldn't fit in with him and his friends and family because of their status and flashy cars and homes. To Jacob, there wasn't an issue with my upbringing. Money and status didn't mean anything to him. He assured me that he loved me. But his mother, Sherry, felt the opposite. From the day I met her, she looked down on me. She told Jacob I only liked him for his family's money. Jacob's family also had a lot of status in the community. Everyone knew their names, and they often hosted fancy dinner parties at their home. When Jacob brought me as his date for one, his mother was immediately bothered by my presence. She turned her nose up at my clothes because they weren't designer brands. "Who is she? Did you bring her because you feel sorry for her?"
Mother, she is my date and I like her. I can't believe you'd say that.
"I can't believe you'd bring someone like her to one of our events. You know how important everyone is who attends our parties." Jacob grabbed my hand and stormed out of his parents' home. I cried into his shoulder, asking him why his family was so bothered by him. He explained that they were judgmental and always wanted him to date the daughters of their wealthy friends. Jacob and I tried to spend time with Sherry, but she made it impossible to enjoy. All she did was scowl at me and comment about my appearance and inexpensive style. I tried to be nice to her, but she turned meaner. When Jacob and I got married, Sherry threatened not to attend the wedding. She claimed not to support our relationship and that Jacob deserved a better woman as his wife. Her comments made Jacob and I's relationship much harder. Finally, I told Jacob if he agreed with his mother, he could marry someone better for him. Perhaps one of the daughters of their wealthy friends. But Jacob fought for our relationship and told his mother she would not be welcome at our wedding. So we had a small wedding, without any family there. My interactions with Sherry were limited. It was for the better, but I could tell Jacob was struggling with not seeing his family anymore. I desperately wished they could accept me and we could all get along, at least for the holidays or birthdays. But suddenly, things changed in a way I never expected. Sherry called me directly.
"Claire, I know this might be a surprise to hear, but I owe you an apology for cheating you so horribly. I was wrong. You are a wonderful woman for Jacob, and I should have seen that all along."
I didn't understand where this was coming from. It was shocking to hear Sherry take responsibility. I told Jacob, and at first he didn't believe me. He received a call from her next.
"Jacob, I'm very sorry for creating distance in our family. It is all my fault."
Where is this coming from, Mom? Why now?
Well, I was in an accident, and it made me realize how short life is, and that I've made many mistakes.
Jacob and I visited her and immediately could tell she was severely injured and would need someone to care for her. I was still angry at her for being so judgmental of me and hurting Jacob, but part of me was sad that she was hurt. I felt sorry for her. What she told me afterward shocked me even more. She grasped my hand as she lay in the hospital bed. She touched my wedding ring and looked up at me.
"I should never have treated you so horribly. I should have respected the woman my son loved and chose to be his life partner. Honestly, Claire, it's not an excuse, but I think I was jealous of your kindness, too."
I looked at Jacob, smiling at his mother and wife, finally making their peace.
"I consider you my daughter, and I love you and Jacob dearly, but I want to make things right and be a family again."
We love you too and accept your apology. We want to help you recover.
Yes, we forgive you. We are here for you. I smiled at Sherry and could tell our words meant a lot to her. A tear ran down her cheek, and she looked back and forth at Jacob and I. It wasn't easy to forgive someone so mean in the past, but we could all realize how important family is and start fresh with Sherry.
Hey friends! Please like and subscribe for more amazing stories! My name is Tiffany, and this is the insane story about my marriage. My husband, Logan, and I were always a happy couple. We had a great life together. He had a successful business career, and I was a stay-at-home mom with our 2 children. We were the perfect family. But then he started to worry me. Logan started to work later and later and grew distant from us.
I have to work late tonight. Don't wait up for me.
Again, Logan? I made your favorite dinner tonight. The kids miss you.
Yes, Tiffany, I am a busy man. What don't you get about that?
I understand, Logan. You are busy. We just miss you. Not only was Logan gone most of the time, but he wasn't the same. He was always angry towards the kids and I. It almost felt like he didn't want a family anymore.
By the way, I have a work conference this week. I have to fly out of town for it, and I'll be gone for 5 days.
You're just now telling me this?
Yes, I am. I have a busy life, unlike you.
I couldn't understand why my husband was so angry and rude. My biggest fear was that he was cheating on me. But I didn't have any proof of that, so I let it go. The kids and I couldn't wait for Logan to return from his business trip. He was so busy leading up to the trip and barely called while he was gone. I promised the kids that we could all spend time together as soon as he got home. It was the day that Logan was supposed to fly home from his work conference. But the day passed by without any calls from him. I started to worry that something happened to him, like a terrible accident. So I began calling and texting him to make sure he was safe, though he didn't answer. Finally, after a few more hours, he finally called me back. I was relieved as soon as I answered, but that went away when he started yelling.
Tiffany, stop calling me.
I was worried about you. You were supposed to be home from the trip today.
I've been busy, but I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want to be married to you anymore. You're now ugly and fat. I want a divorce.
Logan, what are you talking about? Do you know what you're saying?
I'm not coming home. I found a new woman, and I'm with her right now. I want to start a new life with her.
You have a wife and children here. Your career is here too. I don't understand how this is possible.
I don't care about any of that. That is my own life. I have better things here for me. I'm gonna follow my dreams. I have a beautiful, young woman here who will support me.
If you don't care about me or your career, what about your children?
They're too young to remember me. It doesn't matter.
Nothing he said felt real. He was no longer the same man that I married and was in love with.
Oh, and I have to sell the house you guys are living in, so you need to move out.
I cannot believe you!
I have a right to live a happy life and follow my dreams. You aren't a part of that plan. I'm filing for divorce, and you can give my belongings to my parents.
Before I could even respond to him, he hung up the phone. I knew our marriage wasn't perfect, But I didn't think he would do such a thing. He abandoned his family. I called Logan's mom and dad to let them know we were splitting up. We always had a close relationship. They were more like my family, not just my in-laws. Logan is a fool for doing such a thing to you and his children. How can we help you? I am heartbroken for myself, but even more so for the kids. I never saw this coming. I have to start over completely with a job and find a new place to live.
Why don't you stay with us until you get back on your feet?
Yes, we can help take care of the kids. It is the least we could do to make up for how our son treated you. I nearly cried happy tears at their offer. It meant the world to me to have some help while I put my life back together. Really? Are you sure? Absolutely! The kids and I moved in with Logan's parents, and it was even better than I thought it would be. We all grew even closer to one another. The kids loved seeing their grandparents every day, and I was able to get back on my feet without struggling. Logan and I were officially divorced, and were no longer in contact with each other. Months passed, and none of us heard from him. It hurt to think about still, but I figured he was living his life with the mistress. 3 years after our divorce, Logan called me one night. I had no idea who it was at first.
Hi, Tiffany. How are you? How are the kids doing?
Who is this? And why are you asking?
Wait, it's me. It's Logan.
Why don't you leave me alone? I don't want anything to do with you.
Why are you so angry at me? Let's get back together.
Are you kidding me? Don't you remember what you did to me? And what you did to our children? You threw us aside like we never mattered to you.
I'm sorry, Tiffany. What I did was wrong, but I still love you.
Let me guess. Your new wife dumped you, didn't she? That's why you are coming back to me now.
She actually left me shortly after we got married, as soon as all my money ran out. My new business failed too. Nothing turned out the way I hoped it would. My dreams were a waste of time. Please, just let me back into your life. I can take care of you.
No, thank you. I'm still a stay-at-home mom and taking care of our children.
A stay-at-home mom and single? That doesn't make sense.
Little did you know, I got married again. He makes great money, more than you ever did. We have a very comfortable life together.
Married? To who?
Your cousin, Aaron. He came to visit your parents while I was staying with them after the divorce. He and I fell in love pretty quickly.
What? They never told me any of that.
Your parents approved right away. Aaron is an amazing man. He helped me out of my depression, and the kids love him. He plays with them. They even call him Dad.
This is unbelievable.
After our call, I filed all the paperwork to sue Logan for child support and alimony. He couldn't pay for it, and even tried to borrow money from his parents. But they told him no, and that they would never help him again because of how he abandoned his family. Logan was stuck in massive amounts of debt and hated his life. At the same time, his cousin Aaron and I were living our dream life. I even became pregnant with his baby and grew our beautiful family. I never thought I would end up with Logan's cousin. I truly believed that Logan and I would be together forever. But after everything I went through, I was so happy to have the life I did. I had an amazing family to be proud of. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.